Hello, my wonderful learners. Welcome back to English Unlocked. I'm teacher Emma, and today we're going to talk about something very close to my heart. Are you hiding your voice because you think your accent sounds wrong? Do you understand English well but feel scared to speak? Do you find yourself staying quiet in meetings, avoiding phone calls, or typing messages instead of speaking? My dear learner, you are not alone. Not at all. Today's episode is for every person who has ever thought, my accent is not good enough. It's for learners who avoid speaking because they worry about how they sound. It's for students who practice English in their rooms but feel terrified in real conversations. And it's especially for you. If you believe that good English means sounding like someone else. Let me start with something important. Your English accent is not a mistake. Your accent is not something broken that needs fixing. Your accent is not a wall between you and success. Your accent tells your story. It shows your journey. It carries the music of your first language. And that music is precious. I've been teaching English for many years, and I've noticed something that hurts. Some of the most intelligent, most capable, most wonderful learners I know are hiding their voices. They have brilliant ideas, important questions, valuable insights, but they keep them locked inside because they're worried about their accent. This breaks my heart, because the world needs to hear what you have to say. Now, I want you to take a deep breath with me. Feel the air filling your lungs. Release any tension in your shoulders. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Listen to my voice. Slow and calm. This is how we're going to approach this topic today. With patience, with kindness, with love for who you are. When I meet English learners from around the world, from Germany, from Brazil, from Japan, from Saudi Arabia, I hear something wonderful. I hear speaking confidence. Every time someone speaks English with their own accent, they are being brave. They are conquering their fear of speaking English. This is not easy, but they do it anyway. But here's what hurts to see. So many beautiful learners think their English accent makes their English wrong. They compare themselves to movies. They compare themselves to native speakers. And each comparison makes them feel smaller about their English pronunciation. And that's not fair to you. This comparison is stealing your voice. Let's imagine something together. Picture English like a garden with many different flowers. Each flower is different, but each flower is perfect in its own way. Your English, with your accent, is like your unique flower. You don't need to become a different flower. You just need to let your flower bloom. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But Emma, people won't understand me. Or maybe, my pronunciation is terrible. Let me share something with you. International English today is spoken by more than 1 billion people around the world. And guess what? Most of these global English conversations happen between people who learned English as a second language. People with different English accents talk to each other every day. In airports, in universities, in business meetings, online. They all have accents. They all sound different, and communication happens beautifully. Let this truth settle in your mind. I remember Maria from Spain. She used to whisper in English. One day I asked her to speak normally, just once, and her voice was strong. Her accent was lovely. The problem was never her accent. It was her fear. Now, let's try something very small together. Say one sentence out loud. Not perfectly, just calmly. I have an English accent, and I'm allowed to speak. Say it slowly. Take your time. Again. Good. Picture this. You're in a work meeting. You have the perfect answer. You want to say one sentence, but you wait. Someone else speaks first. You feel frustrated. Today, we will not wait anymore. Here's what happens when you believe your accent is wrong. Your body starts to react. Your shoulders become tight. Your breathing becomes shallow. Your voice becomes quiet or shaky. You start speaking too fast, trying to hide your accent, or you stop speaking completely. But listen carefully. This fear is not helping you improve. When you're afraid to speak, you practice less. When you practice less, your confidence gets smaller. This creates a cycle that feels impossible to break. Today, we're going to break that cycle together. The first step is changing what we believe about accents. Your accent is not a sign of poor English. Your accent is proof that you learned something difficult. It shows that you're brave enough to use a language that wasn't your first. Think about this. When you speak English with your accent, you are doing something amazing. You are thinking in one language and speaking in another. This deserves respect, not shame. Let's go deeper into what really matters when you speak. Let me be very clear about what we're doing today. This is about English speaking confidence. It's about overcoming the fear of speaking English. And it's about accepting your English accent so you can speak with freedom. These three things, they work together to unlock your voice. This is not about perfect English pronunciation. It's about being understood and feeling safe when you speak. Communication has two important parts: clarity and confidence. Clarity means people can understand your message easily. Confidence means you allow yourself to speak, even when everything isn't perfect. You don't need perfect pronunciation for clarity. You don't need a native accent for confidence. You need calm speech, simple words, and kindness to yourself. Many learners are surprised when I tell them this, but most people are not listening to judge your accent. They are listening to understand your message. They want to know what you think, what you need, what you feel. When you meet someone new, do you spend the whole conversation thinking about their accent? Probably not. You're thinking about what they're saying, whether they seem kind, whether you have things in common. Other people think the same way about you. When you speak with confidence, even with a strong accent, people listen better. They respect you more. They see someone who is comfortable with themselves. Now, let me give you some gentle techniques that will help you speak with more clarity and confidence. First, slow down your speech. I know when you feel nervous, you want to speak quickly. You want to finish your sentence before someone notices your accent. But speaking fast actually makes accents harder to understand. When you slow down, every word becomes clearer. Your message travels better. Slow speech is not weak speech. Slow speech is confident speech. It shows that you believe your words are worth listening to. Second, use simple sentences. This doesn't mean childish sentences. It means sentences that are easy to follow. Simple sentences are like clear water. They flow easily. Third, focus on important words. In English, some words carry more meaning than others. Make these words a little stronger, a little clearer. Focus on the words that matter most. When you stress important words, listeners understand you more easily. Even if your accent is strong, they catch the main idea. And that's what matters most. And here's something beautiful to remember. Many listeners actually prefer talking with people who learned English as a second language. Why? Because these speakers usually speak more slowly, more clearly, more patiently. They choose their words carefully. They make sure their message is understood. This should encourage you. Sometimes students ask me, "Emma, should I try to lose my accent completely?" My answer is always the same. Don't try to lose your accent. Try to love your voice. Remember this important truth. Your accent is not noise, it's information. It tells people about your journey, your courage, your multilingual brain. When you accept your accent, something magical happens. You stop hiding. You stop whispering. You start speaking with your natural rhythm, your natural strength. This is when real improvement begins. Your accent connects you to your home, your family, your culture. These are beautiful parts of who you are. You don't need to erase them to speak good English. You need to bring them with you. With pride. English is about becoming a bigger version of yourself. It's about adding new ways to express your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams. Let's go deeper into building real confidence with your voice. Confidence is not something that comes after you become perfect. Confidence comes when you decide to speak anyway, even when you're not perfect yet. This decision, this choice to use your voice, is what builds fluency. Every time you speak, you are practicing. Every time you practice, you improve a little. Every time you improve, your confidence grows. This is the real cycle of learning. Courage leading to practice. Practice leading to improvement. Improvement leading to more courage. But you have to start with that first brave step. You have to choose to speak. With your beautiful accent, I want you to remember something important. The goal is not to sound like someone else. The goal is to sound like the best version of yourself. Clear, confident, comfortable. Start with small steps. Speak to yourself in the mirror. Practice being kind to yourself when you make mistakes. Remember, mistakes are teachers. Use your voice every day, even if it's just for practice. When you practice, speak slowly. Give yourself permission to pause. Take your time. This is how confidence grows. As we come to the end of today's episode, I want to leave you with this thought. Your voice, with your accent, belongs in this world. Your ideas matter. Your stories matter. Your English, exactly as it is right now, is valuable. The world is full of different voices, different perspectives, different ways of seeing life. Your accent carries your unique perspective. When you share your voice, you're not just communicating, you're contributing something special that only you can offer. Don't wait until you sound perfect to start speaking. Speak now, with kindness to yourself. Speak now, with confidence in your message. Speak now, Because the world needs to hear what you have to say. Fluency is not about perfection, it's about freedom. The freedom to express yourself, to connect with others, to use English as a bridge to your dreams. Your accent is part of that bridge. It's beautiful, and it's yours. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for being brave enough to keep learning, to keep trying, to keep believing in yourself. Thank you for being part of this global community of learners who are changing the world, one conversation at a time. Next week, we'll explore another topic close to our hearts. Until then, be gentle with yourself. Practice with patience. Speak with pride. And remember, you're doing something incredible by learning English. Your voice is needed, your English accent is welcome, and your English is already beautiful. Remember, your accent is not noise, it's information. And the world needs your information. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode of English Unlocked. If this episode helped you feel more confident about your English accent, write just one word in the comments. Voice. I read every single comment, and your voice matters to me. Bye for now.